This is BMI Redefined with Jen and Mo.
All right.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to BMI Redefined with
Jen
and Mo. Hey, everybody. Welcome today to our wonderful guest, Natalie Heckert. We are so excited that she is here with us today. So thank you for joining us. And she is in her studio today. She just had a class and she's already worked out. She's already like 10 steps ahead of me, but I'm going to use my eFit today. So don't you worry. Okay, good. I bought one. We'll talk about that later. But I have an introduction that I would like to do for Natalie. She is a successful business owner and CEO of NATS, which is the Nat Nutrition and Aerobic Training Services. She grew up on a farm in Minnesota. I love that, by the way. She lived in LA for a few years. She's also the president and founder of eFit Systems. And through her high energy, she shows us weight loss techniques along with her eFit training system. She is a high energy presenter and a high energy personal trainer. Did I mention that she was high energy? Okay, just want to make sure. Okay. Natalie is dedicated to finding easy and effective exercise solutions to get our bodies in shape. Natalie is on the national and international circuit as a fitness expert and motivational speaker. Currently, you can see her on the 30-minute As Seen on TV, I love that, by the way, Club eFit National Infomercial. And Natalie has helped thousands of people to get in shape, lose weight, and now her goal is to eFit America. And I found a couple of things that, do you know that there's online, like Natalie Heckert, like top 5 things that you don't know about Natalie Heckert? So I found them. Oh yeah, okay, so you're ready. So you have to tell me if this is true or not. You like to fish, ride, bike, and on occasion participate in triathlons, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so far so good. And in 2009, you had the opportunity to serve as coach for a Biggest Loser contestant, helping her lose 120 pounds while she was on the TV show. It's pretty impressive.
That is correct.
Yeah. Okay. So far it's 2 for 2. You were a Mrs. Minnesota finalist?
That is correct.
Wow. Okay. And you were a contestant on The Price is Right. Was that with Bob Barker?
That was in the good old days of Bob Barker.
Oh, yeah.
Come on down.
Okay. And you auditioned for Oprah's Next Best Invention. And Natalie and her husband live in Alexandria, Minnesota, and are busy with their 3 children and now a grandson. By the way, congratulations. He was born when I met you. 2? Oh, now you have 2. So the second one was born in May?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Good. Okay. So see, those are accurate. Good. And did I read somewhere that this has nothing to do with anything, that your husband, is he an elementary principal?
He was an elementary principal,
Okay.
and now he's the human resource director for the district.
Wow. So he has his work cut out for him for this fall.
Yes, it's been a wild ride.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get back to you. And so welcome to our podcast. And I met you through Patricia Hill's I'm Living Healthy Now virtual retreat, which was in May. And Jen and I came back to Jen and I said, oh my gosh, these 3 ladies are amazing. We have to interview them. And so here you are. And that retreat, you're doing another one in August on the 8th and 9th, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Sweet, good, okay. And you did not have bariatric surgery, correct? But you lost a tremendous amount of weight. And can you talk to us about your story and how you became founder and CEO of NATS?
Well, yeah, the journey it started with, I did struggle a lot with my weight. I did go to school, college to be, in health and fitness, but the more I learned, the fatter I got. And it was just a vicious cycle. I wanted the gastric bypass surgery in the biggest way. I couldn't afford to do it. So yeah, I have really struggled with my weight. I have lost, and you've probably seen some of my before pictures, but I've lost the weight and I have kept it off. I finally hit the rock bottom And when I hit rock bottom, I was like, that is it. If I waste another day of my life worried about my fat and my diet and my exercise, and I hated myself. I hated how fat and ugly I was. I couldn't stand the skin I was in. And I took off at 18. I ran away to Los Angeles. And unfortunately, you can't outrun yourself, right? You got to kind of take your whole self with. I wanted to leave myself, my fat self back in Minnesota and live this Los Angeles glamorous life and be thin out there, right? But anyway, what has really transpired through the hate of myself and the struggle with obesity and really that whole journey of not wasting another day, I thought if I put that time and energy in to helping people as much time in as I hated myself into my mouth, I could maybe make a difference in the world. So from that point on, I just said, you know, whatever weight I'm at, I'm going to love the skin I'm in. I'm going to eat healthy as I can. I'm not going to diet again. I will never have children if I'm on a diet because I was a wreck. So I just thought, you know, I'm going to eat healthier. I'm going to exercise balance, not as a punishment. And I got to get my head screwed on straight. So that, and hence, came to build the company called Nats, not just short for Natalie, but and isn't this our Patricia, living healthy now, right? It's the N, it's the nutrition. It's the A, it's the activity, being healthy. T is training your mind for positive thinking. And S, to pull it all together, you have to have service and support, a support team to make the N, the A, the T happen. So yeah, when I cruised to LA and started getting into the health and fitness, and it was a battle. I took a course out in Los Angeles at Pierce College, and if the gal liked you, she'd place you at Universal Studios and teaching the celebrities. So I worked really hard. I was no fitness shape instructor at all, but I slowly got there. And I did not look at the scale anymore, because the scale, you might as well hit myself really hard over the head with the scale, because it was my worst enemy. The scale just made me want to diet and abuse myself more versus, you know what, I'm just going to do the best I can do and go. So I did get my start out in Universal Studios in Studio City. And I was teaching celebrities, but just like you and I, we want to be healthy and fit today. So that is kind of where I got my start. I worked out there for 3 years.
Wow. Wow.
An earthquake shook me back to Minnesota. And back in those days, you couldn't, like I said with the gastric bypass, I couldn't afford the surgery. When I was in Los Angeles, that was, you know, I couldn't afford to fly back and forth. So the earthquake shook me back. And another, on a negative note, is when I was in LA, then sometimes you do too much. So I started teaching, and of course teaching, and I was starting to see my body change. But then I kind of, to survive out there, I was teaching too much fitness. When you do leg lifts and cry yourself to sleep at night, that's not health. I don't teach that. So I do encompass and bring all my struggles and now 25 years of experience of working with people into the table.
That's great. That's great.
Love it.
Yeah. That was so much information. I'm just like, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I've been around.
Yeah, you. Well, there you go. So what? So how did you? Can you tell us about eFit? Can you just actually tell us about the product you created?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay. Yay!
Yay! It's a portable gym.
Okay.
It's a portable gym. The E stands for it's easy, effective, efficient, economically, and environmentally friendly. It's made out of 100% recycled plastic. So fast forward from the LA day, I was personal training clients, and a client happened to give me a fish cutting board. From the fish cutting board, you're saying, where's this going? My brain said, how have I been teaching people? I want it easy, effective. I said, this fish cutting board, it was a small board. I said, this could be a gym. So from the idea from a fish cutting board that a client gave me for Christmas, I started sitting on this fish cutting board because I thought, the tubing is great, love tubing, but we're missing the game. If you put a hole on the end of the fish cutting board, why would I just want to work my arms? When I put that tubing on the end, now I can work my lower body. But wait, if you're working your upper body and your lower body simultaneously, you're always working your abs, core, and balance. Who doesn't need that? And then it really, it came to pass because I am always telling my clients, if you have a vision, a dream, you want to lose weight, blah, 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 don't give it lip service. Let's add some action. So I'm like, oh, I got this idea. Now I have to invent it. So I invented, I manufacture it. I can kick out thousands of the eFit systems, and I love it. You can do it standing, sitting, laying. It's cardio, it's toning, it's stretching, and it is designed for weight loss, and we can go into that more. But that's where the E came from. It's easy, effective, easy exercise.
Cool.
I like it.
Now, Natalie, you have, with the body that you have to do more than that board. Do you run? Do you do anything else?
Love that question. I haven't been to a gym, except if it's this gym. This is everything a gym. I haven't lifted weights. Of course, this is lifting weights. Cardio in the summer. I like to go out and walk and bike in the summer. But in the winter, hey, I'm from Minnesota. That's 10 months out of the year.
Right.
It's the most effective cardio machine. Now I have 3 kids, 2 grandkids. I really don't want to spend all day at the gym. I have my fitness in before I hit the gym. I mean, before people even drive to the gym.
Right.
I love the 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes on the eFit is equivalent to 30. This morning, I taught a 30-minute class. Well, that's like doing over an hour of traditional exercise because you do the upper body and lower body simultaneously. So no, I don't do anything else besides the eFit. No other, I haven't had a medal in my hand. I haven't had any other equipment in my hand since I invented it in 2005. It has evolved from a large fish cutting board down into this is when I had the infomercial. They said, we want it bomb proof. We don't want any returns.
Yeah.
So that's where I got it made, and it's injected molding. It's just for the injected molding piece. It only cost me $80,000 for, that's what a piece to kick these out costs.
Wow.
So it's an investment, but if I can help more people,
it's worth it.
investing in you, investing in it has definitely been worth it. So anyway,
That's
that's
awesome. Good. Yay, good. Do you have any questions or do you want me to go on, or Jen?
Oh, yeah. I was just saying that was an awesome invention. I'm just blown away by it. So let me ask you this. So as far as training clients, so say you have the eFit, you're working out with them and training them, and what if they have, for example, a hip replacement or some type of injury or something where you have to modify? Is that, can the eFit be modified in certain ways?
I love that question. Yes. And that I can do simultaneously, like in a large group, like this morning, COVID's large group. You could have one person, an elite athlete, and one person beginning. But what has been, and I love it, I really look out for my people of need. You can take the board and you can place it right in bed with a client, and they lay on it. So as far as rehab, that is awesome. And as far as, you can lay it in bed, or you can place it underneath the chair. So this, if someone, and a lot of my clients with the bariatric and the weight loss, morbidly obese to obesity to injuries, you just place the board right underneath the chair or the wheelchair or in bed, lay on it, and check it out. You can do all of your resistance in the chair. You don't need your lower body.
Yeah.
And then for rehab, so then you're pre-op or post-op, then you can go and then you can even place your ankle cup on And when the ankle cuff is on, here we get, again, it's the trifecta where you're working your upper body, your abs because of the resistance in your hand, the extension of your leg, and you have an ab machine without getting down on the floor. Doesn't hurt your back, neck. So the impact, there's no impact. It's a very, very good rehab tool.
That's
So
cool.
no excuses. Anybody, we can design it for a rehab client.
Well, it seems like that would have some application for physical therapists too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They use it. Yep.
Yeah.
And then it's best to train on something that you can take home. So a lot of the chiropractic and the PTs recommended have it or endorse it. It's good.
Yeah, I can see that.
Safety. A lot of the tubing, when people wrap it around a door, and that's where part of the invention came from, is, you know, you're wrapping it around a chair, and then you can still only do unilateral, one thing at a time, where the platform makes it safe, plus you have the multi functioning and
I remember like in the 80s and 90s, there's something that you put over the door and then you go like this from the door.
Yes.
And mine would always pop off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But
I like the safety features.
Yeah, it's great. So I finally put mine together and I used it. I've used it once, but I'm using it again. I just got it.
Yeah.
And so I'm bringing it to Jen's.
Yeah.
Good.
And we're going to do it, and we'll do a little Facebook thing.
We'll do a Facebook Live on it.
And we'll tag you in.
Do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we're just it's such a great idea. So now, like I mentioned before, I met you in the I'm Living Now virtual retreat, which was in May, and you're doing another one in August, and you are the exercise specialist, and Kristen is the mindset specialist, and of course Patricia is the nutritionist. And it is Patricia's brainchild, and so she brought you into this. And what is your role in this, and what would we expect to see from you if we sign up for this retreat in August, which I'm going to be doing again, by the way?
Yay. Yeah, so the retreats are this has been such a phenomenal retreats. I think this is my fourth one with Patricia. Hey, if you bring in that trifecta, you have to have the nutrition. You have to have your mindset, but the component of the exercise, that's my area. So I bring in the component of figuring out, just like Jenny had said, you know, what if I have an injury? It's figuring out what works for your body. But my goal with the eFit is to make it so easy, it's doable, and taking out the obstacles of my knees hurt, or my back hurts, or I don't have time. In 10 minutes, you can change your body. 10 minutes is worth 30 minutes. And that's not fluff. That's scientific. We can go head to head with you get 5 body parts at once. So I do some things from taking you from in bed exercises that you can do to in your chair, and then adding in the resistance, because a lot of our people don't start with having the equipment.
Right.
But there are things, and you don't
I
need
sat in
it.
the chair and I did it. And I think I got like a soup can or something.
Love it.
And I think you had mentioned get a jug of water or whatever. And Jen, you and I have done that too with our virtual stuff, because Jen trains me too. So, so it was, it worked out. So you don't have to have the equipment right away. Go ahead, Jen.
No, and if you never have the equipment, that's we're just trying to give you the tools to make it as optimal weight loss as you can. But exactly, using handheld weights, water bottles, soup cans, it doesn't matter, using your own body weight. So starting there, again, I'm the excuse buster, and to try to give you some, during our retreats, the education, the motivation to start right now, right here. Pull your abs in. Oh, I can pull my abs in. Oh, squeeze your butt. I can squeeze my butt. Oh, pull your shoulders back. Oh, I can do that. So giving you the right here, right now. Hopefully during the retreat, you've started. you've started, and maybe you can remember one thing from that retreat that will change and motivate you to, exercise isn't the afterthought, maybe a fun to do. Exercise is an essential, and that's a big word nowadays, but it's essential. Without exercise, you're going to be in a world of diet. Who wants to diet in extreme? You will never put on muscle with your spoon and fork. You have to activate the muscles, and the good news is the muscles come back. So that's what I really will spin and try to get an angle that resonates with you and what would work best for you.
Cool. Good. Okay. Well, this has been so delightful. I loved it. Thank you so much. Yeah. And thank you for taking the time to do this with us.
My pleasure. It's fun, and to keep people hopeful. And that's our whole goal, is just you can live how you want to live, and surround yourself with a group of people who will excite you, motivate, educate you, and help you. So it's a beautiful journey. Everybody hop on and do it together, because together we are stronger, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Natalie, so much.
Thank you very much. Beautiful.
More coffee. I'm getting more coffee. Okay. You guys like, yay. Where's your coffee, Jen? Okay.
I got water. I did coffee.
Oh, okay. Okay. That counts. That counts. Bye, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.